Welcome, sweet kindred soul, to today. I wanted to share with you a little bit about the feeling of numbness. I don't know about you, but there have been various points in my life where I have sometimes felt this feeling of numbness. It is sometimes just a neutral feeling, or just a feeling where I think, oh, I would have thought that I would have felt happier about this, but I don't feel anything. And often I never made too much out of it because I kind of just accepted it as part and parcel of life. But recently, as I've been doing a little bit more introspective work inside of myself, I have come to realize that the feeling of numbness is still a feeling after all. And the funny thing is, when I became present to the fact that feeling numb is still a feeling, it seemed like there was this coverage that got lifted off for me. Just acknowledging that the feeling of numbness is a feeling in itself makes you feel more connected to yourself. Seems paradoxical, but that's what it did for me. And I realized there were points in my life where I had experienced this feeling of numbness. And when I was younger, I didn't really always know what to do with that feeling of numbness. But now that I know that that feeling of numbness is actually a feeling, it feels so much lighter and more connected to life and myself when I'm able to view this feeling of numbness inside of myself. And where I experience this is deep inside my body. And as soon as I experience this feeling of aliveness, the numbness almost dissipates. I guess I'm sharing this because I'm sure there are lots of us out there who at various points in life feel the numbness. And sometimes we might spend effort and time trying to analyze it and get down to the root cause of why we're feeling numb. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. But perhaps the simpler way is just sort of looking at it and saying, well, the feeling of numbness is still a feeling. And perhaps just like it did for me, when you experience it in that particular way, perhaps the feeling of numbness will also lift off. Because if it is just yet another feeling like sadness and anger and joy and laughter and, laughter meaning joking feelings and, lighthearted feelings, or just yet another feeling like yet another ripple in a lake, then the true essence of who we are is still always there, still deeply connected to ourselves, and still ever present, ever alive, ever flowing, and ever joyful. And sometimes joyfulness does not have to feel like a very overactive, out there kind of experience. Sometimes joyfulness can actually be experienced in a deep, silent, present way. And it might happen upon you so suddenly that you might not even recognize it as joy because of what society says we should experience it as. And so, yes, that's all I really wanted to share with you about the feeling of numbness. So if you do happen to feel any numbness in the next few days or weeks or months, take heart, because you are still deeply connected to yourself. Take care and much love.